Hi, my name's Bill Harrop. I run a project called the Transport Pool. We made a series of short videos looking at the impact inconsiderate and illegal parking has on various different community groups across the city of Manchester. Here's one.
I'm Carol Gorston from Megabap. It's Manchester Environmental Group of Blind and Partially Sighted People.
What prompted you to get involved in this project?
A number of our members have had problems with cars inconsiderately parked, meaning that it's very dangerous for the visually impaired to walk around in their area.
Inconsiderate?
Cars parked completely on the pavement without any space to walk on either side.
Can you suggest any way to ease this barrier?
Perhaps be some painted markings on the pavement to indicate where cars could park, if they need to park on the pavement at all, giving a clear line of walk right through so that cars are not parked indiscriminately, so it makes an obstacle course.
Why is that important? What difference would it make?
If they thought about where they were parking so that there was always a complete straight line of walk down the pavement, that wouldn't be a problem. It's when they pull in and there's perhaps a bin or a tree or something else and the car sends you over into another obstacle because they're so badly parked on the pavement.
Do you use any mobility aids?
I use a cane. I used to have a guide dog, so I have experienced both types of mobility.
Does the aid you're using make a difference?
Yes, it does, because a dog is trained to straight lines. They will manoeuvre around obstacles, but they get very worried if they take you too close to the edge of the pavement, for obvious reasons. If that's the only space to get you round a car, they don't want to take you into the road.
When using a cane, are there any obstacles?
I have had occasion where I've walked close to a high vehicle and the stick's gone underneath before I've almost met the car with my face.
Is it just parking on pavements that causes problems, or are there other places?
Parking at bus stops is very bad. It isn't just that the bus can't pull in and it means that a blind person has to walk out into the road. It's the fact that the driver either can't or won't see the person at the bus stop and they don't stop. It's a terrible problem for blind people because there's a car parked at the bus stop, the bus just simply doesn't stop. And also cars do park on tactile paving, and that again is very bad if you're trying to locate a crossing. If a car is actually parked on the tactile pavement, you can't locate it with your stick.
Do you think these problems could be designed out?
They have tried to, I think, stop parking on the edge of pavements by putting in bollards, but it's caused another problem of drivers driving along the pavement to get to where they want to park. And that again is a terrible hazard, to have a car coming towards you on the pavement when you think you're in a safe area. Is very, very worrying.
Do you think legislation could solve these problems?
Yes, I do, and I think if it was made clearer to drivers that if there was a certain line that they crossed and that actually then became an illegal thing to do rather than just an inconsiderate thing to do, it would be easier for people to report bad parking. At the moment we don't seem to know, nobody seems to know how you are allowed to park without it being legal.
Who should be doing this? The police, the council, or?
I'm not sure. I think if all the authorities got together and decided whose responsibility it was, and there would be some central place that if people were inconsiderately parking constantly, we could get in touch and point the problem out to one particular authority.